The country needs to have a very serious conversation with itself in order to ensure that the genuine issues raised by agencies are addressed comprehensively and with finality. However, it is our position that the issues raised by agencies cannot be addressed outside the structure provided in our Constitution. In holding this position, we are guided by the provisions of Article 2 of the Constitution, which holds, among other things, that no person may claim or exercise state authority except as authorized under this Constitution. Further, our position is in support of structured and all-inclusive dialogue to address the pertinent issues raised by agencies is anchored in Article 10 of the Constitution on national values and principles of governance, which include, among other things, the rule of law, democracy, and participation of the people. In this regard, we urge those who are opposed to the dialogue to rethink their stand and embrace the call for an inclusive national dialogue. But we also call upon the political class not to use the opportunity for dialogue to entrench their vested interests in the expense of the well-meaning grievances and raised by our young people. Above all, we cannot proceed with dialogue without justice for the innocent lives lost during Gen Z's protest, and without holding the relevant duty bearers accountable for the physical and psychological trauma suffered by those who are maimed, abducted, and illegally detained in said response to the youth protests. Kuhusiana na kesi ambao imefailiwa tarehe 24 mwezi wa 7 mwaka huu, ambao koti kuu ya Kenya, mahakama kuu ya Kenya imeweza kushtakiwa na Wakenya ambayo inaongozwa na Cyprian Nyamwamo na wa 13 wengine. Kwa kesi hii, Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims imesajiliwa kama mlalamishi ama wahusika wa 14. Kulingana na maamuzi ya mahakama kwamba tuaitakikana sisi tuandike response yetu tarehe 16 mwezi wa 8, Baraza Kuu la Waislamu msimamo yake ni kwamba sisi hatukuhusishwa kamwe katika uamuzi ya kwenda mahakama. Sisi ni shirika ambao tunafuata sheria, na sheria ya shirika letu ni kwamba ili baraza ichukue msimamo kama huu, lazima kuweko na mazungumzo miongoni ya viongozi ama washikadau wa baraza kama hili. Sisi kama SUPKEM tunaomba kwamba hatuwezi kuhusika, ama tunasema kwamba hatuwezi kuhusika kwa kesi kama hii, na tuko na msimamo ambayo tumechukua hapo awali. Sisi tumeunga mkono vijana wetu kwa yale mambo ambayo yamezungumza juu yao, na sisi kama SUPKEM tumesema kwamba ili mambo kama haya iweze kufanyiwa kazi, ni muhimu ipatikane mazungumzo, kama vile katiba yetu inaturuhusu kwamba lazima ipatikane njia maalum ya watu kuweza kupeleka mbele mazungumzo kama haya. Lakini pia haiwezekani watu kuzungumza bila kuangalia yale maumivu ama upotevu wa maisha ambayo watu wameweza kupoteza maisha zao, na tunasema kwamba wale ambao walihusika wapatikane na sheria ichukue mkondo wake. Asante. Pursuant to the said court order, the leadership of the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims wishes to state that as much as we acknowledge and appreciate the constitutional right of Mr. Cyprian Nyamwamo and his fellow petitioners to pursue the course of action stated in the application, we in SUPKEM wish to disassociate ourselves with this court process because we were not consulted before being enjoined as an interested party. We wish to point out that the Constitution of the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims provides that for the society to pursue such a court case, the issue must be tabled before the relevant organs of the Council and a decision taken following appropriate processes. In present case, the relevant organ of the Council was not consulted before the Council was committed as an interested party. In this regard, we reiterate as follows: that the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims distance itself from the case filed by Nyamwamo and 13 others on grounds that we were not consulted and that SUPKEM is incapable of filing a response in its own name. 2. The leadership of SUPKEM will approach the Honorable Court seized on this matter to have SUPKEM discharged as an interested party. SUPKEM stands by its earlier position that following the historic protest by Gen Zs that pricked the conscience of our nation,